This is Pub Battles, Gettysburg. Today we're combining two variants that come with the game. The Stonewall variant, which says what if Stonewall had survived and Lee had Jackson with him. We're combining that with the Stuart variant, which says what if Stuart wasn't off gallivanting around the countryside. So General Lee had his eyes. Stuart, acting in his role as a scout and coordinating, everybody shows up on turn one. Jackson's forward elements converges on Gettysburg with overwhelming numbers and chase Buford out. Mid-morning sees Jackson and Lee converge and deploy the army through Gettysburg. A quick housekeeping note. When playing solo and for filming videos, I play fresh units with their labels face up, and the spent units have their labels face down. The only variation on this is that when baggage trains unpack, they are face up. Again, Buford delays and falls back, while Wadsworth challenges Fitz Lee, who also falls back. In the late morning, Pleasanton, with the rest of the cavalry, ride up the Baltimore Turnpike to save the day. Rowley comes in from the west and prepares to take a position on the Union left. General Longstreet, with Trimble, take their place on the Confederate right, and Jackson presses forward as more troops arrive. Stuart positions his artillery on Powers Hill, covers the flank, and masses his cavalry behind the artillery. And Howard's 11th Corps positions itself on the left. And now it's midday. Buford's cavalry fans out to cover the Union right. Pleasanton's artillery fires on the Confederate cavalry it can see, with little effect. Longstreet searches for the Union left and finds it. And Jackson's line surges forward and slams into Reynolds' corps. And Stuart charges Pleasanton. Howard deploys into line as Reynolds' corps pulls back through the Peach Orchard and the Round Tops. Midday, we have cavalry action. And Stuart's men destroy Pleasanton's artillery. It's mid-afternoon, and Howard pulls his men back with Reynolds' men. While General Longstreet waits for the rest of his corps to arrive, Trimble's men occupy the woods north of Marsh Creek. And Pleasanton pulls his cavalry back while trying to hold the Union right. Again, Jackson's troops lunge forward. Stuart continues to collapse the Union right, while Reynolds continues his skillful delaying action. More cavalry action on the Union right. Pleasanton gives more ground, but the Union is just about out of options for trading space to gain time. In the confusion, it's difficult to coordinate action, and Howard's and Reynolds' lines become intermixed. Longstreet has Trimble's men cautiously move up and secure a flank on Marsh Creek. Lee wanted him to attack with Jackson, but he won't do it until the rest of his corps shows up. Again, Jackson drives forward. And here at dinner time, Reynolds and Howard stop falling back. But the Union line cannot hold and it's pushed back. And after dinner, Reynolds has no choice but to unpack bags and rally his line. More Confederate artillery comes up the Chambersburg Pike. Howard rallies. And at seemingly the last minute, Sickles arrives and strengthens the Union right. And the first element of Longstreet's corps finally arrives. And Lee is gambling that one more push will collapse the Union line. And just in time to turn the tide, Slocum's corps arrives to turn the Confederate left. Combat erupts, the entire line lights up. And darkness falls, last effort of the evening. And in one last Herculean effort, Jackson's exhausted troops explode forward. Seeing the bags threatened, Reynolds sees the writing on the wall and he packs up his bags and falls back. The Confederates claim a minor victory at Gettysburg. It was very close, and it was a very good game.